Hello everybody, and welcome to Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. So, if you all remember, when we reached the end of Dishonored 2, I said that I had a special series coming up, and that ended up being Bloodborne. And then I said after that we would return to wrap up the Dishonored franchise, and, well, here we are. So, Death of the Outsider works a little bit differently than the other games. It's a standalone game, but it's effectively an expansion for Dishonored 2, where you play as Billie Lurk, or Megan Foster, as she was going under in Dishonored 2. So, as with the other Dishonored games, I have absolutely played this one already. So once again, sorry if you're looking for a first-time reaction to the game at all. Unfortunately, I've already played it. Although it has been quite a while since I have played it, so a lot of the little details I may still not fully remember. So, generally, what we're going to be doing with this one is pretty similar to what we've been doing with the rest of the Dishonored franchise, which is I'm going to do one episode per mission, unless the mission turns out to be like exceptionally long or has like a split in the middle. Well, correction. If a mission is exceptionally long and has like a split in the middle where you transfer between areas, so like for example when I did the Clockwork Manor or the Dust District in the second game. So yeah, it should be roughly about five to 7 episodes this series. But yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So yeah, as you can see, I definitely have a save already. So new game. Goddamn, why do I have so many save slots? Alright, yes. And we'll do easy. I'm not too fussed about giving myself a massive challenge in this game.
My name is Billie Lurk, though there aren't many people who remember. For years, I stayed hidden, captain of a ship called the Dreadful Whale. I was a smuggler, fence, and maybe traitor, depending on who you ask. Our names are always overshadowed by the words whispered after them. If you hide from the world long enough, eventually nobody remembers you. Then you're alone, living with your choices. But I could never forget the man who pulled me up from nothing. Daud, the Knife of Dunwall. A name called out by the desperate or the dying. The assassin who ended one empress and saved another. Shame burns inside you for a long time. When I betrayed Daud, he let me live. I left Dunwall and my own name behind. For years, I wondered if I was worth forgiving. For years, I laughed at myself for even wanting a killer's forgiveness. Sometimes mercy cuts
so
deeper
edgy.
than any knife. Now I know that forgiving is something you do for yourself as much as for the people who hurt you. I know Daud is in Karnaca, and I'm going to find him. Every night for weeks, the same terrifying dream. A street fight, my arm dead and lying in the gutter, my eye gouged out by a Grand Guard sword. But when I wake up, they still hurt for hours. Gives me the creeps. This always brought me a little comfort. You stole this for me, didn't you, Deirdre? Now it's all I have left of you. Another relic from the old days. Still holds an edge, at least.
It's been a while since we've seen that sword.
That boxing club in the Albarca Baths is my last lead. Daud has to be there.
Okay. Just realized I gotta fix some things. So, sorry about that. It was just doing a little bit of yes, contracts. Yeah,
Burglary, spying, picking pockets. Daud taught me more than just killing. It can keep me afloat. For now.
So, this one works pretty similarly to the Knife of Dunwall in the sense that you don't get as many coins from doing stuff in the missions. Basically there's just because there's less stuff, less mission area, they can't put as many valuables in there, so they change how you earn money. So in order to keep you sort of up to snuff with the main game, they give you these contracts. And yeah, I was just changing my settings there to be more tailored to what I want. I always set it to easy and then adjust from there because there's certain things that I like having set to the easy setting, and then there's certain things that I don't. So I always like adjusting upwards rather than downwards. Sokolov established a studio in Tivia. Renowned natural philosopher and painter Anton Sokolov returned to Tivia this week after years of retirement in Karnaca. Sokolov, whose inventions of technological marvels are famed throughout the Isles, was greeted with the fanfare and panoply due a national hero. A parade in his honor culminated in a festival on Mastrov Square in Dubovka, where Sokolov gave a brief speech announcing the establishment of his studio. When asked about his future plans, the inventor responded, "I've already done enough for several lifetimes." Yes, he has. The inventor was overwhelmed by the infernal noise of the parade and left the celebration early. He gave no indication of whether or not his studio will accept apprentices.
Good to see the old man made it up north. I was lucky to know him. I wonder what poor soul is dealing with him now.
So, what that intro basically tells us is that the Dust District, the Canon Dust District ending is the one where you knock out Stilton, because that's what allows Billie to have her arm and eye back. So we are living in the sort of altered world that Emily caused during a crack in the slab, and I believe it is canon that Emily was the one who was the protagonist. Empress Emily Colwyn moves to heal fractured empire. Renovation projects in the Tower District are finally underway as the last funeral rites were performed for High Overseer Yul Kulan and the Brothers of the Faith who died in an attempt to retake Dunwall Tower from the now deposed usurper Delilah Copperspoon. The Abbey of the Everman has spent the last several months consecrating and interring the remains of the fallen, while also removing dangerous and heretical objects from the Imperial Palace. With representatives from the Isles beside her, Empress Emily Colwyn issued a statement yesterday morning, urging unity in the wake of this great tragedy. The Empire's strength is in its diversity of thought and action. Working together, there is nothing we can't accomplish. We are pleased to reassert our partnership with the sovereign nations of Morley, Serkonos, and Tivia for our mutual peace and prosperity. Following these proceedings, several imperial proclamations have been issued with the aim to restore trading networks and communication across the Isles. Several large-scale public works have been announced, with architectural firms in Serkonos and Morley already competing for the commissions.
So, Her Imperial Highness is back on the throne. If she knew what I was doing now, she'd probably try me for treason. Is this what you would have looked like, my sweet Deirdre? I would have died soon after you, if it hadn't been for Daud.
Forgiven. I wouldn't have blamed Emily for killing me then and there. Bring down an empress and everything gets thrown into chaos. A lot of people got hurt, but it was worse than that, wasn't it? I helped kill her mother. That's 2 times I was spared, but at least I got to put it right. Is this how Daud feels? My dreams are getting worse too, stronger. Sometimes I stare at my right arm like it shouldn't be there, and my head hurts like I'm blinded by blood. I started to write it all down just to keep a handle on it. 2 weeks until I'm back in Karnaca, the longest 2 weeks of my life. If I even make it, the engine is rattling bad. My old self again. It felt good to say the name, even better to hear it. And now it's on every corner of Karnaca. Wanted, Billie Lurk. Been sending out messages to my contacts in the city, following up on sightings and rumors, but nothing yet. I even listen to the rats. Sometimes they know things others don't, and their voices remind me so much of Deirdre. I found the old man's wanted poster in her trunk. Now I'm looking for Daud just like all of Dunwall was years ago. Hope I have more luck than they did. A long shot. One last lead. An underground boxing club of all places. Daud could be fighting there. Maybe another dead end, but I have to be sure. I tried to pump out the engine room, but no use. My ship's dead in the water. Megan Foster would have been furious, but I'm not. I've got other things to care about now. Back on the whale. There's the painting.
I've been searching for months. I know you're here, Daud. Somewhere. That club is run by a gang that call themselves the Eyeless. They claim to fight using black magic. If that's true, then Daud might be involved. Everyone in Dunwall was afraid of him then, but not me.
2 raids by the Grand Guard occurred last night. Oh yeah. resulting in few arrests as investigations continue into the activities of the gang known as the Eyeless. Both raids were conducted on derelict warehouses in the compost-sated dockyards. Several shipments of whalebone were found at both scenes, along with many carved talismans familiar on sailing ships. These trinkets, marked with strange insignias, were collected along with various unidentified powders, noxious plants, and vials of unknown liquid. Though these items add credence to the rumors of black magic being practiced by the Eyeless, the Grand Guard has not called for Overseer support. Roving Vice Overseer Cardoza of the Abbey of the Everman, when reached for comment, stressed that the spiritual dangers of carved bone charms, and, if found, to bring them directly to your nearest Overseer outpost for inspection and disposal. He gave no other further remarks on the Grand Guard's ongoing investigation. Notes about Albarca Baths. Went to see Old Madge again, traded some old whale bone and a bit of hair, not mine, for information. She's making charms for the Eyeless now. Good clients, pay regular, left before Madge tried to pick my pocket. Some witches from the Royal Conservatory joined the Eyeless, powerless now. None from the Brigmore days who would remember me, at least. No reason to think they'll look twice if I go in like anyone else. So that also confirms that the low chaos Royal Conservatory mission was the canon one. Although I think if you kill what's her name, that also renders them powerless. But basically, pretty much every game starts off with the assumption that the previous game was low chaos. So Dishonored 1 assumes that Dishonored 2 was low chaos. Dishonored Death of the Outsider assumes that Dishonored 2 was low chaos. Are these people messing around, or is there something I'm not seeing? Think I lost my pocket knife. Madge? Curse that old woman. Can't know if Daud's at the Albarca Baths until I go to check it out for myself. Last lead I got. Megan, you must be pretty desperate if you're writing to me about this. Yeah, I saw him. He set up a meeting to buy some of those funny explosives that fell off the back of a carriage a few months ago. I waited for him, but he never showed up. Sorry I can't be any more help. I haven't seen or heard from him since, put me in a real bind. Isabel. Also, hey, you were kind not to mention it, but I didn't forget I still owe you that case of fig wine after what happened last time. Give me 2 more months, I swear I'll get it to you.
Karnaca is full of secrets. If I have any clues about where Daud is, it's because he let me find them. Daud's had the mark of the Outsider in his hand for as long as I've known him. I've gone through every gang-infested slum asking after this, and no one would tell me a thing.
Dearest Megan, what an intriguing message. Who's this then? An old lover? Forgive me, but he doesn't really seem your type. But if you must, I heard a rumor a few months ago from some gentleman that a man looking like that had been spied with those bizarre eyeless. I filed that piece of gossip away just in case it was important. Lucky you. When are you coming back here? Make it soon. We miss you. We have some of that tobacco you stored away just in case you visit. Loving you always, E.B. Carrick. Billy or Megan or whatever you go by these days, I don't know anymore. It was easy to pretend we didn't know each other when you were Megan. We agreed to respect both our new lives and not dredge up bad memories, so what are you doing? Yeah, I saw him 2 years ago, here in Karnaca. He even asked after you. I said I hadn't seen you since that night in the flooded district. I'm sure you know why I lied. He never stopped killing, you know. He got the same old grudges. I just hope you're not one of them. T. Abandoned letter to the Empress. Your Imperial Highness, thank you for the gift. While your generosity is to Empress Emily Caldwell, I don't want your coin. Lady Emily, I can't take your coin after what I did. I'm trying to find a way to make peace. Dear Emily, I wish to do men vest, seal hatch, bullets, whiskey. Oh, she can't face her past. This poor woman. Nah, knife of Dunwall. A damn book. Feels weird to be back on this ship again after I had spent so much time in Bloodborne. It's not an entirely dissimilar universe, though now when you think about it. Huh. So is that still modeled down there? It appears to be. Yeah.
This station hasn't been used for years. Hiding the dreadful whale wasn't easy, but it's safe so far.
So yeah, Billy has a cool crossbow, which is a play on the wrist crossbow from Dishonored, the Knife of Dunwall, and Brimmer Witches. So it's a wrist-mounted projectile, but it's not quite a crossbow. Press X to hear the thoughts of rats. These little creatures whisper to one another, exchanging information about what is going on in the streets and basements from their point of view. Their mutterings are often cryptic, but sometimes they can give useful clues.
What can you tell me today, my little gutter friends?
The friend listens. And hears us. One of us. One of us. But an ugly and big. Still friend.
Whoa.
She fed us in mean times. Taught us greens and hearts. Loud voices came.
Oh, I forgot how cool this sounds.
More blood. Blood's on the floor. Our first feast. Wrap her up. Salt drips down wires. Chew the metal. Burns us. Fire from inside. Scent of heat and death. Dangerous food.
They sound so cool. I love the rat whispers. It's so cool. Right in the carriage. We're wearing the old gear too. You can see like in the red, she's wearing the whaler's outfit. It's very, very cool.
All right. The old Albarca Baths shouldn't be far.
Fidelia's journal. Second Earth. I tried the old incantations over the teeth and strings like before, but it didn't work. It always used to work. Is the magic really gone? I heard about a gang from one of my sisters. She said they do things like what we had together. I don't know where else to go. The eyeless might be content with scratched up bones and rat liquor, but I'm not. I tasted the dark waters of the void with my sisters. I know what it feels like to turn the things you hate to ash and watch bright flowers bloom from the bloom from the cinders. These people don't know real magic. I think I found a way. If I can snatch one of the stray hounds off the street and steal some carved whalebone, I might be able to get back a glimmer of my power. I know what words to speak over it. I just hope the outsider listens. I used to raise dead hounds from the earth to stalk shadows and tear my enemies to pieces, and now I watch the life run out of this wretched creature. Its heart shuddered and stopped, and I felt nothing, just pity. It's gone. So, let's take a look at our contracts. So, burn the white hound. Yeah, so we gotta set a white hound on fire to spare it. And we have to steal some of their weird rat liquor. Ivan Jacoby. I believe we do actually we get to go interact with him. Oh. I press B. Yeah, I know how to stealth. That is one thing that they did add, was like tutorial videos this time around, which I thought was interesting. What you guys have to say?
Reeks, drink dark blood on your screaming kin. Hunts us. His knife is fast.
So, the interesting thing about this game is, due to the nature of the narrative they're trying to convey, chaos doesn't mean as much this time around. Now, I don't dislike that, but also it is a bit meh. There is still, like, choices that matter, and chaos still does change the world. So, like, if I'm high chaos this mission, the next mission will be in, like, a slightly worse off state. So that still happens, and I appreciate that. But the story isn't as impacted this time around by chaos, which means I can just... yeah. Yes, I know the quick access wheel. I'm aware. Whoa! That was weird. You guys got anything to say?
Whited selfish looking streets, whited eyes and tongues, delicious food. Leave them in gutters for us to eat.
Is that enough rats to feed this guy to? Have fun. So yes, I am not going to give a damn about stealth or chaos this time around. It's just gonna be whatever feels like fun.
Captain says to find out what the Eyeless gang's doing inside the outbar.
Yeah, I know what they're doing. That place reeks of black magic. You see the people who went in there? Go after them and they'll curse your cod with pus blisters, if you're lucky.
Ah, you and your superstitions. Don't believe all that hocus-pocus crap. A gang's a gang. You should worry more about a knife in the back than some curse.
Oh, really? A knife in the back?
You say so.
You don't say.
Let's still wait for the reinforcements.
Gotcha.
Someone's shooting at us!
Hi. Lieutenant, I've received reports of illegal activity in the old Arbarca baths, and I suspect the Eyeless gang is involved. This could be our chance to finally strike a blow against those degenerate rat eaters. Damn. Degenerate rat eaters. Jesus. I want you to scout the area with your squad and gather as much information as you can before them, but don't take any risks. The Dockyard District will send reinforcements for a raid momentarily. Captain Lejano. That's an interesting name. Captain Lejano. There's a bone charm nearby. Look around closely, because you don't have the heart.
I've heard a few things about the Eyeless. Some of it's strange. None of it good.
So yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe your little wrist launcher thing here, this thing can fire like any type of ammo. Also, I think my FOV is borked. There we go. So now you can see there's like a little, I think that's a pistol bullet that's in this thing right now. Oh god. There we go. Bunch arms.
Could be a gimmick. But if they really do use magic, then I need to check it out.
Black magic brute. Win all of them. Jenny the Reaper, Stout, William, and the Cutter. God, 73 fights of the black magic brute. I'll give you 3 guesses to figure out who that is. We'll take shot. Yep, so every type of ammo is something that can be fired out of this thing. And I believe it actually changes what's in the wrist gun, like, depending on what you pick up. We've been here just a month and I'm making a coin hand over fist. It's a dream come true. Sure, it costs to keep that suppressor running, but it's paid for itself 10 times over. Everyone wants to try to fight the brute. All the new folks coming in because they heard we can do a bit of magic, thinking they're the one who would break the brute's record. They pay for it in coin and teeth. Better than me. I could kiss the one who led us here into that magnificent bastard. Pay what you owe. Is there a note anywhere about this? Do I have a note about this yet? Sure. May as well. Oh, there we go. Protection isn't the end. Even after you're spotted by enemies, various options are available to you. Kill them! Defeat the enemies non-lethally, escape and stay out of sight until the enemies give up searching for you. Use powers, gadgets, and trickery to creatively overcome the situation. I enjoy trickery. Trickery is my favorite. Let's go down here. I think.
Look at the cigars tomorrow. One by one.
Coins, nice. It's just whispers in the void again. What do you guys have to say?
Inside us, creeping into his nest, sleeping safe from earth stone. Right before I kiss, man came, hush, hush. Silver knives, bindings, trapped. His nest lies empty now.
Damn. I think that must have been telling the story, whoever was staying here. The story of him and his... Alright. Let's have a look around. See, that's the thing is I remember... Oh, there we go. Nice. Ammo. Yeah, I remember very, very little about what is where in this game, so... there's a fig. Thanks, game. I did all that work for a fig. Oh, and a rotten pear. Ah, thank you. I love bad fruit. That's my favorite thing to get as a reward for doing cool parkour. Yeah, I can't seem to find a note regarding that safe in here, so I'm going to assume. Let's try the numbers there. 730. Okay. 225. I'm guessing that just means we haven't found the right note yet. Okay. Moving right along. Chick, 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 chick. So, yeah, I think for now we can just walk in.
I'm not drunk enough to have a conversation.
Fine. Jeez. Be that way.
Do I know you? No, of course I don't.
So you can see that they have the scars on their face. I think that might just be an eyeless thing. But so a lot of the female eyeless gang members are all ex-Delilah.
If that was lunch, then I'm a...
Outsider's eyes. Daud. They're making him fight.
There he is.
I have to get him out of there.
You don't look so tough.
I don't know how this thing works, but it keeps the brute under control and in the pit. Have your fun, but watch out. When I've got my money's worth, our leaders will want to eyeball him. We're lucky to find such a vicious cur for their studies. You've seen him fight. If he gets out, he'll kill us all. So do not turn off the machine, Jeanette.
This thing must be keeping Daud's powers suppressed. If I turned it off, nothing could stop him.
Poked around and found that big reward bone charm stashed upstairs in a workshop. Stealing it is your problem, but take my advice. If you can't handle the brute without some powerful bone charm, you best not mess with Jeanette Lee and her goons. What the? Oh yeah, he's got a pickaxe. I was like, what is...
Magic brute? Why don't you roll in sardine paste and swim through hagfish waters instead? It's a less painful death.
Well, you think I can't take him? I can hold my own in the ring. I knifed bigger blighters than him when I was a bottle street runner. And for less coin than I'll make when I win this match.
You won't win. The brute cheats the eye with his speed. His moves are a blur. It's unnatural. Trust me, you won't land a blow.
Well, nobody's that fast.
Huh. Nobody's that fast. Daud is. Daud is that fast. Ah, yes. I remember now. This is a way to make your way through stealthily. Yeah, just for a charm carver. There we go. Turn that off. You guys got anything to say?
Whales for the one who left it. It smells of fat milk, smells of lung, fear. Not right. Let's...
Creepy little ratses. So. Nice.
How many days until the next red moon? Let's see. It was 6? First I gathered them at dawn. Went out.
I once knew a kid who said his bone charm would make bullets bounce off his skin. He shot himself in the stomach and died a day later.
Jesus. Alright, what was that bone charm do? Agility, nice. Yeah. I don't think... Oh yeah. So, the way that this game works is you don't have powers the same way, but agility, you remember, was like a passive. So you can get certain passives by getting black bone charms. Is it black bone charm? Yeah. I must equip all the bone charms I find. Oh yeah. I'm slowly like piecing back together my memory of this place. I find this mission particularly fun to stealth through because you don't have any powers to sort of like
The fresh air really
cheapen
helped.
your way through it, you know?
And the calendula flowers. Next time, I'll try it with a waxing ghost. And if that doesn't do it, then I've got no idea how to fix it.
Okay. Goddamn. Nope, get in there. Nope, get in there. Nice. Okay. So, is there any way? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Jeanette, remember those old wall of light parts you found in the dockyards? Well, I found a way to make use of them. Turns out there's a part in them that powers the whole thing. So I took it out of all the rusty coils, and now we got these little things to stun folks if they get out of hand. I call them electrical bursts. You're welcome. I've already seen folks sling them at rats to keep them out of the storerooms, but it makes them tense up and ruins the meat. Can't even make liquor from them when they're like that. Better to use them on larger vermin, you get me? One last thing, do not touch the tip. And by the outsider, do not lick it. What? Oh god. I wish I didn't have to make that clear, but Lacey did it on a bed, and it took hours to wake her up, and now she's got no eyebrows. Not from the electricity, but because someone shaved them off while she was out cold. But we told her it was the electricity. Leon. Oh yes, this room. The weird, So this is where we sort of get introduced to hook traps. Stefan, what did I tell you? Glad we stole these blueprints last month. Sure, those parts are hard to find, but these hook mines are already making themselves useful. Snatched up an overseer trying to sneak in here. Wish I could have seen what his face looked like under that mask when the hooks gotten in and dragged him up. Would have paid a lot of coin to see that. But someone in this district is telling tales about us at the Abbey of the Everman. Those witch hunters won't show mercy if they find out what we're doing here. Best find out which of our neighbors has a loose tongue, see if they can sell snitch without it. And keep the tongue, we can use that. In the meantime, throw a rock or a rat up at this fool, see if you can make him twitch. I'll get more hook mines made as soon as I can, Arabella. Hook mines are fun. Ideally, I'll be able to show you what they do. So you can see there, you can see where it says toggle lethal. So you got non-lethal and lethal. It's quite interesting. Now, I can do this.
What?
Teehee. Now I don't have to deal with the dogs. Nice.
These beauties ready for my fighting ring?
They're dead. I just killed them.
No way.
Yes way.
I'll be down.
Gotcha. Here's what you asked for. Weren't too hard to find, but you know they're not real pearls, right? 6 years at sea should have told you that. Hagfish spit them up when they ate something bad. A rat falls in their mouth, and 2 weeks later, a bunch of these come coming out, waxing and full of little bones. They work a bit like owl pellets. It's cool. Or they swallowed up the silver teeth out of a dead man's head, and it's made them too heavy to swim right. Either way, it means they shovel these things out one end or another. Probably why they smell awful. When they dry out, they turn stiff, and I've seen street kids pick some up folks with slings, but dock workers say they're unlucky. Cut open a hagfish belly and a bunch of these pour out, you'd better take care. Your gran used to collect them. Had a string of them around her wrist, and when she wanted someone's luck to turn to, whisper their name into it and slip in their pocket. Worked half the time, at least. Might help you out someday, who knows. Just don't eat one. Visit again soon on Flora. Yeah. So, you can also launch these little... They're like a little... You can't really see it. Damn it. But you basically can launch a little distraction ball at people. It's quite cool. Alright. Now. Why can't I open this door? Let's go toastify this wolf. And there ain't nothing left. Why is the game yelling at me about a bone shark? That's the one thing. That's one gripe that I have with this first mission is you have like you can see like, oh, there's a bone shard nearby. Does not remotely tell you where it might be. All right, now, so that's back down to there. So if I'm not mistaken, where I need to go to find the booze that I'm looking for is down the stairs behind me there. So we'll go do that. 6-5. Oh. What the fuck?
Face when I told her, huh?
Someone asking for trouble? I'm going to have a look.
What?
I'm gonna zappify you. You're getting zappified. It's time to get zappified. It's zappifying time.
Break your face.
Enjoy your...
Okay, and there's these.
Paint my nails red like your bloody want to die. I have plenty of ideas. Let's hear it. You'll both die, but you're going first.
So yeah, the combat is pretty solid. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to sheathe my weapon. Thank you. Thank you. Can I get my ball back? Thank you. Drop the betting coin in the safe and you hid your apartment key in the bucket by the door. Like you said, you're all set. You got me 2 bottled rats are helping you this time. If you ever forget the combination again, tally the bookshelf at your desk. Ah, I remember. Yes, I'm poopy.
This place really pulls in coin.
Okay, so what was the other one? So, okay, so I'm looking for both looking for that, the plagued spirit. But oh yeah, it's back here. Heard from some of the women who came over from the Royal Conservatory that there's a man tied up in one of the old public baths. I laughed, but they said it wasn't like that, and there's something special about him. I'll round up some of the others and take a look. They weren't lying. Some unlucky fool is down there. I don't know what that machine is or who put him in there, but we found a real one, Void Touch, just like the woman said. Move the operation over to the Albarca baths. Easier than trying to move him. He's got some real fight in him, though you wouldn't know it from how old he looks. Need to talk to Jeanette. Got it all set up now. We called him the Black Magic Brute. Came up with it myself. I'm proud of that one. The outsider gave him magic. I know that much, but the stupid hound can't talk, or won't. Just mutters. Won't look anyone in the eye until a fight starts, but those fights, we'll be making coin off of him for a long time. Yeah, let's try to imprison the all-powerful frickin' outer god-touched dude. Sounds like a great idea. Was this not the brewery area? Where is the brewery area? Gotta find that. Just don't mind the pile of corpses. It's fine.
20 bottles tonight, 12 bottles last night. My body's dead tired. Can't keep up. Supplies are running low, too.
Dude.
Is someone asking for trouble?
Get down from there. Such a silly weapon, I love it. Leech cuts. That's actually pretty good. Alright, there's that. Now I just need to smash up their supply, don't I? And then we can go ahead and let Daud out. And then make our way back to the Boat. Nice. Done did it. I have no idea how she didn't detect me. Or maybe she's not supposed to detect me. I don't know. But in any case, let's go let Daud out. Hell yeah.
Daud!
Lurk.
She's so cool.
I knew you'd seek me out one day. I didn't think it would be like this.
You were hard to
I
find.
missed his voice.
How did you end up here?
So let's talk somewhere else. The Isles have more secrets than you know.
I've got a ship. Or what's left of it. The Dreadful Whale. It's docked below the Akantila repair station. Daud,
Say whatever you want to say, Billy. That you're here now is enough. I need your help.
Like old times?
Those days are gone. This is something bigger. One last job.
I can do it. Who's the mark?
The one responsible for it all. The cults. The black magic. This mark on my hand. We're gonna kill the black-eyed bastard himself.
What? You want to kill the outsider? You want to kill God? I finally find him, and the old man's got me jumping right back into this occult shit. Daud can explain himself back on the Dreadful Whale.
No way out. We've got.
Hello, boys.
Someone there?
Come on, let's finish this.
Hello, my boys. Were you in the floor? You were in the floor. Not sure why you were in the floor, but you were in the floor. God, yeah, the guards just wiped them out. Like, the guards did not give a fuck. You're just still sweeping. You're just still sweeping the fucking street. So it was
Daud's
4,
never
5,
lost a
1.
fight.
Oh, it's 4, 5, 1. There it is again. You guys remember when I first talked about what 4, 5, 1 means in like the creative sectors? God damn, that's a lot of money. Okay. I believe that's pretty much everything, so we should be able to go ahead and head back to the Boat. Why are you shooting me? How are you shooting me 3 times in a row? How did you manage to do that? Oh god, I chopped him in half. Jesus.
Let's have a look.
Get the fuck out of my way. Yeah, I'm not crazy, right? I might have to review that footage in editing, but I'm pretty sure she shot me 3 times in a row without unloading. Or reloading, sorry. Did she get her hand on one of the pistols from the previous game? Like, what the fuck? She nearly killed me, too. That was not pleasant. Alright. Back to the Dreadful Whale. I did not give a fuck. Nice. We actually got all the bone charms and almost all the coins too. Nice. Yep, we got all that and we did all that. Nice. So yes, that is what we're gonna leave this episode. Normally I would have done it on the previous screen, but I sort of absentmindedly pressed the continue button. So yes, the next mission is gonna be follow the ink. But yeah, so we rescued Daud and we sort of like carved a path through that little bath, and you can see like the missions in this game are a mite bit shorter. Obviously, that was the mission where you're like denied your powers. So it was like the Coldridge Prison or the Dunwall Streets of this game. So it's like the shorter one. And then yes, next time is when we're going to get into the continuation of the story of Daud having a desire to kill the outsider. So we're going to be killing a god. I mean, that's sort of implied by the title of the game, but still. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun and excitement. And yeah, we will see you next time. Bye-bye now.